We're in Psalm 17, and we'll be brief today. We're looking at Psalm 17 and beginning today in verse 5. David's praying from danger to God. He's praying for justice, for preservation, protection. He's praying for God to examine him. He's praying for God to help him to protect his testimony and guard his word so he doesn't do the wrong thing. He's praying for God to guide his steps and to ultimately to deliver him. Okay, so let's pick it up in verse 5. Look at David's prayer here. It's wonderful. Hold up my goings in thy paths. Hold. Oh man, what a great picture. The word hold here is, just to me, I picture a man walking in God's palm. Now, maybe that's not the right way to envision it, but that's what immediately comes to my mind. But the idea here is to hold secure. So here I am walking through life, and all of my life fits within the palm of God. So he's holding me. My goings are my journey. And every day I've got goings. Every week I've got goings. Every season of life, there's goings. Where are you going today? Okay? All of your goings, all of your journeying, all of your steps. What David is praying is, God, hold my steps in thy path. Now I want you to think about this and apply it to your life. What a great, awesome prayer. First of all, to understand that the path of my choosing is a dangerous path. The path of my default mechanisms of my flesh is a slippery, destructive path. But the path of God's choosing is a better path. It's a flourishing path. It's a blessed path. It's the right path. It's the path I'm designed for. It's the path that's going to bring gladness and joy and safety and provision and protection and hope and all the wonderful things that I really want in life. And then to realize that life is precarious and it's filled with options to get off course and to make bad decisions that take me out of God's path. David realizes he's vulnerable, and he realizes that only God can help him to make right steps. Now, he's thinking real practically. This is imminent danger. If he makes the wrong step, hides in the wrong place, goes the wrong direction, he might run right into his enemy and be destroyed. So it's very pertinent, but it's also applicable to our lives because we all are on a path. We all have goings. We all need God to hold up our goings and to keep us on the right path. I pray just so often as our church develops, as I develop as a pastor, as our staff develops, as our school develops, Lord, hold up our goings in your path. I don't want to lead my life, my family, our church, our school off path. I want us to stay on his path. I want us to be on his path. This is his church. We are his people, and we need him to hold up our goings in his paths. And you need that today, my friend. You have steps to take today. And I hope you will pray what David's praying. Hold up my goings in thy paths. Why? That my footsteps slip not. David realizes this is a slippery life. This is a dangerous walk through a broken planet. It's easy to mess up. Now, thankfully, we have grace. God can recover us. He can redeem us. He is long-suffering. He is lavish in grace and mercy. He is forgiving. We can never exhaust his grace in the gospel. But still, shouldn't we rather not slip? Okay? It's one thing to know if we slip, God's going to recover us. But how much better to say, God, help me not to slip. Help my footsteps not to slip. Look at verse 6. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me. So David is assuring himself, reassuring himself. God really is assuring David through his own poetry. David, write this. I'm hearing you. I'm listening to you. I'm responding to you. I've called upon thee, thou wilt hear me, O God. Incline thine ear unto me, and hear my speech. So here's my admonition to you today. If you know Jesus, there isn't a prayer you could utter that God doesn't care about, that God isn't delighted by, that God isn't hearing and responding to. Now, if you don't know Jesus, the first and most vital prayer to pray is, Lord, save me. I'm placing my faith and trust in you alone, Jesus, to be my Savior. But if you do know Jesus, then you have God's ear. I mean, I want you to picture this. God's doing this to you. He's leaning in close all the time, every day, all day. He's like that. Does he hear anything from you? Are you talking to him? And what are you saying? Are you simply, is he like a vending machine? God, give me this. God, give me this. Now give me this. Now give me this. Or are you praying wise prayers? Are you praying prayers like, God, examine me. God, prove my heart. God, protect my steps. Teach me your path from your words. God, hold my goings in your path. Don't let me slip, because those are prayers that God delights to answer. So my friend, don't just pray vending machine prayers. Remember, God is listening, and God has a path, specific path for you to walk today. So ask him to guide your steps by his word and by his grace. And he will. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Thursday.